Hey everybody, welcome to Building Character. This is where we here at Game Trade Media take a little look at different role-playing games that are available at your friendly local game store. And today we're going to be looking at Shadowrun 6th World Beginner Box. We may not actually build a character, but we're definitely going to take a deeper dive into this beginner box to show you what the world of Shadowrun is all about. I'm Rick, your host, and let's dive into it. Say hi to Sarah and Chris already in the chat, and please share the video so others can come and play with us. So here in the Shadowrun 6th World Beginner Box, Catalyst Game Labs has put together a really fun new look at a game that's been around for quite a long time. This has been the 13th anniversary with this game, so it's been around for a hot minute. So when you first open the box, you're going to get this fun little 6th World One More Last Chance classic. Basically, just a little info about what's in the box, and then it's going to have some more info on the back. And it says this is where it all starts, and it tells us to read this first. I'll let those of you who get the box read it first, but at a glance, it talks about getting to know the six-sided die, which is the mechanic, the dice mechanic for this game. Check out an instant guide to the 6th World, which details the places where man meets magic and machine. Fit with your character like a hand to a grip. There are 4 character dossiers inside this box, which we'll also get to here in a minute. There's some cards. Review the quick start rules. There's a battle royale, and then there's a really nice poster. So we'll dive right into it. Hey, Craig. And so it says instant guide to the 6th World. Shows that off right here, which is pretty cool. And talks a little bit about what's going on in how everything has a price. Magic, paying with your mind. Corporations, paying with yourself. Augmentations, where you basically are augmenting your body and paying with your soul. You can risk it all, and life in the shadows. Because that's what this is. It's a game about where you the player, are living in the shadows. That's why they're called Shadowrunners. You're a part of a faction that wants to either stop the mega corporations from basically crushing everybody beneath them, building finances to basically protect yourself, or enhancing your body to be a better weapon against the things that you want to take out. Or you can just be that guy or character that wants to just light the match, watch it burn, and see what happens. They have on the back of this instant guide the 10 of the major corporations that are influencers in the game, from Ares Macro Technology, As Technology, the Evo Corporation, Horizon Group, Mitsuhama Computer Technologies, Shiawashi Corporation, and Renraku are a few of them, and they're all on there, which is very cool. Next, we get into the character dossiers, which are really sick, in the artwork. That you know me, I love artwork. So we have Zip File. This is that's the character's name, and they are a dwarven decker. And then inside each dossier, which is also really nice, it opens right up to show all the character sheet in the center with numbers around and on the sides that show what each of those parts of the character sheet are representing. So like number 1 is your character sheet. Number 2, your personal data, your character's name, followed by your attributes, your initiative scores, edge and edge points, defense rating, skills, augmentations, so on and so forth, that can be found on the character sheet. Next, a little bit of a character profile and background. This particular character, Zipfile, grew up Zipfile grew up in the urban brawl hotspot of Mfuleni, part of Azania's Pretoria, Witwatersrand, Val. That's a lot of big words. Metroplex. As a young girl, she loved the excitement, the chaos, and the adrenaline junkie rush that came with watching the local brawlers every weekend. It almost made her forget how she used to live in one of the buildings inside that urban arena. Until Ares had evicted her family from their home and turned Mfuleni into an international spectacle. So lots of information on the preferred tactics of this character, role-playing tips, and an example run of what the character would do in situations. So you have Zip File, Rude, a troll street samurai, and again that artwork is amazing. And Rude is probably a character I would play because I used to play a dwarven street samurai years ago. So the street samurai is one of my favorite types of characters. And so the character dossier for Rude is going to be the same as Zip File in regards to how it's set up. And the other part that I didn't talk about on the back are the game tables for that character, the table rules. So you're going to have sample Rude actions, traits, and dice pool, different test skills, edge boosts, and what they do, and different rules, special rules for combat. So these dossiers are really nice. There's an orc combat mage known as Frostburn. Again, the artwork, ridiculous. Hey, Dennis. Yes, everybody should get into Shadowrun. It is amazing. And so Frostburn, again, same kind of dossier there. So that's 3 of the characters. And here's the 4th one is you, an elven covert ops specialist and a face man. So you is definitely that handshake and baby kisser who will probably also assassinate you for giving him side eye. But let's read his backstory real quick. Once upon a time, you was a corp kid from the Canton Confederation. Living a life of relative abundance, he always assumed he'd end up a wage slave like his parents, until the second Matrix crashed, erased his family's identities, and sent the corps they worked for into bankruptcy. Mere months later, Yu's parents were killed by Black Chrysanthemum Triad members demanding protection fees they couldn't pay, and 10-year-old Yu fled from Foshan to Hong Kong. He ended up as a member of a pickpocket gang and then joined the Red Dragon Triad as a thief and enforcer. Wow. Dang. So there you go. There's you, the Elven Covert Ops Specialist. So the starter box, beginner box, comes with 4 pre-generated characters. All of them pretty awesome. A quick start rule book right there. It's very nice. That's one of the things that Catalyst definitely went all out on, and this is making everything look amazing. The quick start rule book has, let's see, 25, I think, pages, 24 pages of information. It's going to have some information on the different characters in the very back page, a reference guide to the 4 pre-gens, which is nice. And then it's just going to talk about the introduction, the quick start rules, being the game master, the basics and the mechanics, rolling the dice and how the dice work as far as having skill ranks, linked ability attributes, and then if a glitch occurs, and then describing the outcome, dealing with the characters and the meta types, and all the things that one would find on the stat blocks inside the character sheets for the game master to have a better understanding of that. Talking about combat, healing, special rules for combat for grunts, the surprise and movement rules. So everything you need to know to get down and dirty in a quick fashion in the beginner box is going to be right here in the quick start rules. Next, we have the Shadowrun Battle Royale Adventure. I like the silhouetted outline here of the characters with the cityscape in the background. It's pretty cool. But this is going to be the Battle Royale Adventure, just an introductory adventure that you can run the 4 characters through to give them a taste, the players a taste of Shadowrun. Say hi. Hey, Seth and Byron, how's everybody doing? What kind of character would you play if you were playing in Shadowrun? That's what I want to know. What race, what character type? Inside the beginner box, you're also going to get, looks like 12 6-sided dice with a very cyberpunky, Shadowrun-y look to the dice themselves, which is kind of cool. I don't know how close up we can get on this with this shot, but you can see the little like cybernetic art on the dice. And if you roll a 1, it has like this troll face instead of the number 1 on there, which is really cool. I like it. So lots of good stuff there. And then, of course, there's the tool cards for your character, which is going to be like the Walther palm pistol stat block. So little item cards right there. And I'm going to try to open this up real quick so we can see what else is in it. Sarah says she would play an elf as she always plays elves. All right, I can dig that. The core rule book for this is scheduled to be out in August, so it'll probably have a Gen Con release and then in retail soon after. There's also a world deck? A world informatics that you can pick up already, which is really nice. So the cards here, like I said, are the pistol, an Ares Lightfire 75 pistol, the Predator 6. So the cards that you get in here are basically going to be weapons and armor and spells that you can use. Like there's a mana barrier spell right there, which is kind of cool. And so you get these little like cards to help you with, so you don't have to always flip through the books and stuff to gear out your characters. It also has, for the GM, for the adventure, for the Battle Royale adventure, there are cards to help represent the different encounters you might have. So there's a character called Erica Hoffman you might encounter. There are some Ragers. A character by the name of Big Ben, who is the leader of the Ragers. The Rusted Stilettos, an Orc Gangers. Right there, the Rusted Stilettos. So stat cards for them. The Claw, a Rusted Stilettos leader, is known as the Claw. And another Go Gang of elves called the Ancients. Green Phoenix is their leader. So there's all sorts of really cool items that are going to help the immersion and the quick immersion into this game once you open the box and get into it. And finally, the last... What's that? I cannot. Oh, wait, yeah, I can. I heard Shadowrun character creation was a beast, sometimes taking up to an hour. This has been one of the hindrances to me jumping in. Have they simplified this? That is a great question. In the beginner box, it doesn't really have info on what you're going to get in the core rules. An hour to build a character is, I mean, it takes me about an hour to build a D&D character, and that's with using D&D Beyond. So I don't think that's too much time to allocate to building a character. I know that if you're doing that by yourself, an hour is about right. But when you get a party of people together that are going to be building characters, that can what would normally take you an hour would probably be expanded because everybody's going to be throwing information back and forth, and side convos and everything could extend how long that character creation process would take. But okay. Leona mentioned that they may have changed the money purchasing system, which would shorten the character creation time up, which is great. I'm actually looking right now to see if there's, in the quick start guide, any things in here on how to build a character. There is... So they have the meta types, so it tells you about the different classes: dwarves, elves, humans, orcs, and trolls. All your attributes, and I'm guessing based on the Frostburn's character sheet here, you could pretty much figure it out as far as your attributes and everything. So yeah, that is a great question, and I apologize that I don't know the full extent of that answer. But if you have questions like that, go over to Catalyst Game Labs, so look them up on Facebook or other social media platforms, or go to their website and ask that question on there. They might actually have a FAQ for that particular question, because if it was a hindrance for you, it might have been a hindrance for many others. So they've probably been asked it a lot and have an answer for you. Byron says, the first time I heard of this game was when I was living in Los Angeles. Nice. I can't remember the first time I heard of Shadowrun. It was probably in its between first and third edition. I want to say probably second is where I heard about it first, and played the Street Samurai. But yeah, so the quick start rules have that, but I want to show you guys the last thing that you will get in this amazing box is this beautiful map. It is ginormous. And it's going to show the Seattle Metroplex right there. So you get the Seattle Metroplex showing off different regions of the area, from the street and everything here that you see on this side. And it's got a legend over here with a brief list of downtown locations. And I think it's funny when they say a brief list and it goes up to 92. So that is awesome. So you have the Metroplex there, which is cool. And then on the other side is a game map for the Battle Royale Quick Start Adventure that is also in the box. So you get a lot of really cool content in the box to get you from the box to the table, playing with a game master and up to 4 of your friends, and giving you that first taste. For some, it might be an old look at a new game that is, for those of you that have played the previous versions, it's just going to be another look, which is going to be awesome. And it's definitely a lot of fun. If I ever see you at a table when we're going to sit down and play this, I will probably either be GMing it or playing a Street Samurai. Probably an Orc or a Dwarven Street Samurai, which would be a lot of fun. So that's kind of a little deeper dive into an unboxing and a look as what's available for the 6th World Beginners Box, which is available right now. You can go to your friendly local game store and pick up the Shadowrun 6th World Beginner Box. You can open up and get to playing it, and I'd love to hear what you guys do with it, and if you survive that first adventure. Otherwise, you're gonna have to wait till August to get the core rule, and what's also really nice is after August, it's every month after that, they're up through October, there will be dropping a module scenario every month. So you're gonna have constant content to continue to play in the world of Shadowrun, and you can't beat that. That's pretty awesome. And if you want to find out more, obviously, about what those release dates are and other products available from Catalyst Game Labs, look them up on the interwebs and on social media platforms. I think they're on most of them, so you can get all the cool information not only about Shadowrun but all the other great games available from Catalyst. That's been the short version today of Building Character. I'm Rick, and I will see you at a game store.
Thanks for watching Building Character. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment below, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any new content.